$600 stimulus checks for up to 2/3 of all Californians.
Funded today, Womply. We're going to be talking about credit unions, Chime Bank, SBA loans, PPP loans. This is everything you guys need to know. I just currently made a video regarding the PPP loan. I know a lot of people was asking me, yo, QUiNTiN Banks, is the loan, did it run out? What's going on? So I did a video previous to this video. So if you guys want to go to my channel, very simple. You guys can go on there. You guys can see that on there. But we're going to be talking about the funds. And it also actually got a timeline. So I'm going to give you guys specific dates when this person who got approved, which shout out to this member of my channel. And if you guys want to be a member of my channel, all you guys got to do is go to my page. And I think it says join. Very simple. You guys can join. You'll get extra perks. You'll get extra content. Then there's actually an extra entry for you guys to actually win some more money, some more cash apps, gas cards, debit cards, you know, prepaid cards, so all that good stuff. If you guys want to be entered, go ahead and go to my channel. You guys can join. But we're gonna get right into this because a lot of people is really asking me this question. I'm gonna give you guys, let you guys know.
Tonight, News 8's Richard Allen shows us who is eligible and how this plan could help kickstart the state's economy in the long term. Richard?
Well, that's right. Last year at this time, California was eyeing a $54 billion deficit. This year, though, thanks in part to a roaring stock market, it has a $75.7 billion surplus.
We are now in a position to roll out a $100+ billion comeback plan.
California's surplus, combined with $26 billion in federal stimulus funds, has sent this proposed budget soaring, which would include $12 billion in direct tax rebates to lower and middle income Californians.
That's the largest year-over-year tax rebate that's ever been provided in any state in American history.
Under this rebate plan, California taxpayers with adjusted gross incomes under $75,000 would receive a stimulus check of $600, along with an extra $500 for those eligible with dependent children. This new proposal would cover eligible taxpayers, regardless of immigration status, who did not already receive a $600 stimulus from the state earlier this year, under a program that targeted more than 4 million low-income Californians.
So this will get money then into people's hands.
Alan Jin is a professor of economics at the University of San Diego. He says these direct payments to 2 out of 3 Californians will provide a catalyst to rev up the economy after so many small businesses went under during the pandemic.
It's effective in the sense that we need a jolt here to get things going.
Jin says that hopefully an anticipated burst of spending would ultimately encourage entrepreneurs to come back and create new businesses.
Then that will create the employment base that will allow then the economy to advance further in the future.
The governor's proposed plan also includes $5 billion to double rental assistance, aiming to pay back 100% of back rent for those who've fallen behind because of the pandemic, along with $2 billion to pay down utility bills that are overdue. And these proposed tax rebates come as Governor Newsom is, of course, facing a recall election, an issue he did not address today as he announced his comeback plan.
Funded today, Womply and Bensworth, timeline included. So here's a rundown of what I went through before getting my PPP funding. Hopefully it sheds some light on things for someone. I know how stressful it is to be halfway through the process without getting any answers. And that is 100% true. A lot of people are stressed out right now because obviously it's tough times, this economy, you know, it's just, you shake your head, you know what I mean? It's just a lot going on right now, and I totally understand when you got businesses, you got family, you got rent, you got car payment, you got food, you know, you need the essentials, especially when it comes to this loan. So I'm going to give you guys their timeline and what they expressed to me. Now, 4/27, they applied with Womply. 4:30, they signed the application. 5:02, they signed a promissory note with Bensworth. The status was SBA approved. Now, I'll let you guys know, within this timeline, it's going to take some time. Now, a lot of people is also thinking they apply, they sign, they get approved all in one day, all in 2 days. You know, it's a process, guys. The government, they need to know, and the lenders, they need to know, number one, you're a business. Number two, make sure everything is linked up to either your business, your name, your address the same. You know, if your address of your business is not the same as the address you put on your application, you know, it's going to be fishy. Something's not going to be right? And a lot of people actually get denied just based off the address being wrong, the name being wrong, the area code being wrong. So I know, you know, when you apply for these loans, apply for, you know, for the PPP loan, you want to go real fast, you know, you want to get over with, but just make sure it's all accurate, because you guys got to know this is documentation. This is documentation to the point where if you apply and it doesn't match what's on record, what's on file, especially like your W-2s, your business, you know, everything got to match, right? Your business documentation. So if that doesn't match, it's going to trigger something in the system. You know, so before it even gets to, let's say, like an agent or representative, it triggers in the system and you may be automatically denied. Not stating that they may not even tell you why you were denied until 2 to 4 weeks later. So, and by that time, it may be too late. So you guys want to make sure, number one, all the information is accurate. And number two, make sure all the information is accurate. And I push that to you guys because all the information has to be accurate. You know, it sounds like cliche, like, well, duh, but you would be surprised how many people don't understand this. This is a quick process, you know, as far as for them to just easily deny you if, oh, the information is not accurate. You know, and you guys got to think too, if you're a business, you're going to make sure the information is accurate. You're a business, you're a full-blown business, you know. If you can't do something simple as that, how are you running a business with money, with management, with employees, you know, and stuff like that. But anyway, let's get back to this. So May 2nd, they signed a promissory note with Bensworth. The status was SBA approved. May 3rd, Wampley asked for Fed 2020 bank statement. They uploaded that immediately. They signed the same day, so they signed the updated promissory note, status lender funding. So between May 3rd, they not only uploaded those bank documents, but they signed a promissory note that same day. So the next day, funding failure email from Wampley, status was funding problem. They came to a problem. Also the same day, they updated the bank information again, you know, manually, it says, by a voided check. So that is another way you guys can actually upload that. A lot of people is questioning, can you use a voided check? How can I do this? How can I do that? Just like, it's just typical, you know, but that's why I said make sure everything's correct. They poop their pants, status change, borrower funded. So the next day, they sent in the correct documentations. They were funded that next day. The next day they were funded. Then 4 days later, they received the funds. I do want to let you guys know, this is business days. So let's say if all this goes on and you may start on Friday, you guys got to play in a factor where a lot of things, you know, especially when it comes to the government, the IRS, businesses in general, they're not going to operate on Saturday and Sunday. So you really can't claim those days, you know. You should be able to, don't get me wrong, but you really can't because they're business days. So sometimes, let's be real, sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. But at the end of the day, we can't 100% guarantee, oh, Saturday and Sunday is going to count towards, you know, the process. So with that being said, it took them 4 days after. So 4 days. And that seems to be from Wednesday. 5/5 was the Wednesday to Monday. They were funded. And like I said, you can't count the weekend. So from Wednesday to Monday, they were funded. And they also began to say, I have never had all green checks until 510. Funding instructions was the only one I was missing until 5.9 when identity check popped back up also. After some Google searching, I decided to ignore both until 5 business days passed, which is a good key because like I said, you guys gotta go off business days. And there's time frames that they actually have time to respond to you. So if they don't respond within the 5 business days, 21 business days, you know, they should do that. You know, I have not came across anybody who have not got anything after that. But I do want to let you guys know, if that is the case, write down these numbers. Write down Wombly's number. Write down your lender's number. Write down your bank's number. All the information that they're giving you, write down their number. That way, if you guys got questions 2, 3, 4 weeks later, you guys have a number to call, because you get in a position where you didn't finish the application, you said forget the email, their contact, and now you're trying to research their contact, and in reality, they may give you a different number than a normal search, you know, than a Google search. So you may have a different number inside of, you know, all your documentation. They said I end up getting funded in all green checks the same day after 3 business days. Good luck to everyone. So I want to leave on that good note. Continue or apply. But I want to let you guys know, get these numbers. You guys need to get these numbers of these lenders. Get these numbers. That way you have, number one, their contact, just as well like they got your contact. You want to make sure you have their contact, because a lot of people, you know, was questioning, well, what number do I call? As I always say, if you guys got questions and concerns, feel free to drop those comments below. I try to keep you guys updated. And to my members of my channel, I 110% appreciate you guys, because you guys also keep me updated. And, you know, because a lot of people was asking, you know, you don't know what's going on, but I'm glad that people are getting funded. I'm also glad that they're coming out and saying you have until May 31st. So you have until the end of this month. If you're on a question, should I do this?